I wish I took a picture of my face after seeing Beauty in Black. When it ended, I'm like, what the heck? What is this? Is this it? You just wanted to taunt me? Like, the audacity for Tyler Perry to put out season 2 of the show, part one, 8 episodes, and each episode is like 50 minutes long. I cannot understand the audacity. Episode 1 picks up where we left off in season 1 with Kimmie in the hospital and Horace announcing to his family that Kimmie is now their stepmother and their new boss. And of course, the whole family doesn't take it very well. Olivia, Norman, Roy, Mallory, and Charles. They all do not take this news very well. Or Charles doesn't really care. He's indifferent. He's like, I like you. I like this girl. But she's like, I'm not here for you, whatever. I'm not your friend. Because of course she's not friends with anybody in this family. This very dangerous family that hates Horace so much, or that hate each other, because there's no love in this family at all. I don't know how a family could be so dysfunctional. And Horace already told her that everything's about leverage, having leverage over somebody else. So he appoints Alex, who is Roy's current driver, to be Kimmie's driver, and because he has leverage over him. So he's teaching Kimmie how to use leverage. And that's just the first step in her many steps of learning. He doesn't only marry Kimmie, he also decides to protect Rain and CV. So Rain is Kimmie's friend who had this botched surgery in season 1, and she was just on the bed, useless. So now she's this, oh, Kimmie, you have to trust Horace type of vibe is what she's bringing to the table this season. Like, oh my God, girl, this is real, because Kimmie cannot believe her luck. She cannot believe her eyes that this man decides to marry her, and he wants to protect not only Rain and Sylvie, also Angel. But Angel is missing in the first episode because he went to check on that car that Kimmie hijacked with the guy inside, but he got arrested. But nobody knows this yet. Nobody knows this in the first episode. And Kimmie had to even tell Horace that, oh, I did something bad, and yeah, but they have to still find Angel. Anyway, so the lawyer Varney had to break it to the family what it really means now that Horace has given COO to Kimmie. He diluted everybody's shares by 10%, and they are not happy about this. Of course, nobody's happy about this. Olivia, the ex-wife, is sad. His brother is pissed. Every single person is upset about this, except for Charles doesn't care. And Varney had to go to his house to explain to him that, hey, my guy, or my love, or whatever, that this is what it means. You cannot afford this house anymore if they cut the share, so you have to cut off your spendings. What it really means for this to happen. And Charles doesn't even care about what Varney is saying. So he seduces him to his bed. And then when you're having this conversation, guess who walks in? Roy overhears them conversing about this. And if you watch the first season, you know that Varney is very sensitive about his relationship with Charles, and not just Charles, but the fact that he is homosexual. So he doesn't want any of his clients to know that yet. He's still in the closet, I guess. And I think that's what is really offending Charles. Not really offending Charles, but that's the reason why Charles is just sleeping around. And yeah, so when Roy hears this, he humiliates Varney. The second episode, he made him say, I am your B word, because he wants to use leverage now. Everybody in his family has to have leverage over anybody they interact with in the world. So he tells Varney that now you have to sort this thing out, dissolve this marriage or whatever, because that's the whole aim of his family. Why Mallory is just like, okay, I'm the fixer. I need to fix this. That's Mallory's whole vibe this season. I need to fix this. But she's not really fixing anything. She's trying to talk to one of the girls who works at the club to give her information about Kimmie. But I'm like, okay, what would that even do? Because this marriage is already like solid and written down. So what are you searching for? Or what do you think you are supposed to gain from this whole search? While her husband is busy humiliating Varney in Charles' garage. Roy is so relieved, I guess, that it's not what he thought it was, because he actually, in season 1, he thought that attorney Varney is sleeping with his wife Mallory. So I'm like, okay, you should know that she's trying to taunt you. I don't know why Roy and Mallory are married, because they have this very weird relationship that I cannot seem to wrap my head around. I cannot wrap my head around it. I know Mallory is there for the money, but Roy, I don't get how you just mistreat everybody in your life. Your father, your mother, you don't really care about your mother so much. Your wife. Is there anybody that he likes? I would love to know. I would love to know, because I don't know. So moving on, Kimmie now moves into the mansion, and she still cannot really believe it. But Ivorian is trying to make her believe that, okay, this is it. He even gave her a black card for her own expenses, but She got to the bank, she opened an account for Sylvie and her friend Rain, and then she split the money and took the money out of the account that Horace made for her. Because you know what? You have to be smart because this is all too good to be true, according to her. And yeah, it's also good to be true anyway, because it seems like just this Cinderella fairy tale thing. Even though this man has assured her, he even put her sister Sylvie and Rain in his will, but she's still not sure about this. I don't know what else. Well, anyway, you can change your will, so it makes sense that she's taking out the money. And in order to fix this whole car hijacking thing, Horace gives out the order that they should eliminate the guy who was responsible for it in jail. He didn't know it was Angel. So Angel, after this very weird interrogation with Jules, he is released and then he is shot. But he had to play dead. While Mallory is digging and digging for something about Kimmie, and she finds out about the club and how they are laundering money in it. And she even confronts Jules about it, but he did not admit, of course, and rightfully so. He didn't admit to this crime. I do not like Jules. I do not like this show. Basically, I'm pausing here. If I'm just telling you that I do not like this show because it doesn't make any sense and the acting is bad. I don't like it. I don't like it at all, guy. I don't like this show. And Brain wants to go back to the club. She believes she wants to run the club, and that doesn't make any sense because if you are involved in illegal or a crime thing, you might be cut out of the will. But Rain wants to run the club, and I'm saying like, okay, are you not taking your privilege too seriously? But okay. And when Alex was driving her to the club, she overheard this conversation with the other police guy who was like, Angel is dead. And she tells Kimmie this, and Kimmie's like, you know what, pack your bag, Sylvie, let us get out of this house. And rightfully so. Let's get out of here. If he can kill Angel, who he likes and dotes over so much, who am I that he cannot kill? So they packed their bags and they were running, and Angel and Rain came back, reluctantly came back. She was like, oh, calm down, Kimmie, you already had this lot. Kimmie, don't do this. And also, Word told his wife, Mallory, about it. You know, they're always taunting each other. He told Mallory about how he knows that Charles and Varney are sleeping together. So Mallory thought, okay, let me take him to dinner. I'm glad that when he rejected my advances in season one, it was not because he doesn't like me or he doesn't find me attractive or I'm old, but because he's actually homosexual. This family is highly homophobic and they're not even hiding it. There's no like, okay, acceptance. And the only person that seems to accept the fact that Charles is homosexual is Mallory. She's just cool with it and she's cool with Varney. And during their dinner, Olivia crashes the dinner. And when they were taking her home, she tried to seduce Varney. But Mallory saved him. She tries to, like, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know Olivia's deal. Okay, I know her deal. She wants money and I think she's broke. But Olivia is just all over the place. She's just all over the place this season. And I'm not really even vibing with it. I don't like it. She's just over the place. And then she calls her son Roy that, do you know where your wife is? She's with Varney, and Roy is like, oh, he's gay, he's sleeping with Charles, not my wife. And she's like, oh, really? This show, you might say, oh, this girl, your video is so chaotic, but this show is even more chaotic than I'm saying it is right now. So back to Kimmie and her little escape from Horace and this crazy family. They got into an accident. Their car got into a ditch. And Horace is like, when are you going to trust me? And she's like, I thought that since you like Angel so much, if you can kill him or if you can order the heat. What do you know what is so annoying about this entire Angel is dead thing and let us run away? It's because you told Horace that Angel is missing. I don't know where he is. Help me find him. And he's like, okay, I'll sort this out. And he actually called her the first time, I have something to tell you. I think the problem with this show is that they just decide not to have conversations or talk or to comprehend what the other person is saying. That's the problem in this family. That's the problem in this show. I swear to you. After they got in this heat, Angel also moves into the mansion with them. I don't know. No matter the Cinderella story, honestly, I don't think that you pack every stripper on earth inside your home because you cannot hate your family that much. Maybe you can give them something, give them some money, but putting them in your will, it's a step too far. Now that Angel's alive, she doesn't really need to escape. They move back into the house with her sister. And Rain decided, okay, it's time for me to go back. That same night, like, it's time for me to go back. I'm talking we're in like episode 5, episode 6 now, when these things are happening. And I'm not joking with you. The 4 hours and 30 minutes have gone past. And now we're like, Rain is saying, okay, let's go back to the club, Alex. And they go back to the club to go and find the lady that did her botch surgery. And she finds out that the woman is going to do the surgery on somebody else tonight. And it's like, okay, we're going to hit that place. Alex, let's go. And she ends up pew pewing the woman, like pow, pow, powing. How do you do that sound? Pow! She ends up shooting the woman, or they end up in this fight, and Alex eliminates or unalives or kills her. Honestly, I really do not know which word to use, so let me know. Anyway, Alex does that and they run away and they go to the house. I feel like there's a vibe here with Rain and Alex. There might be something going to happen there, although Alex is like, trust me, I want out of this too, out of this life with Jules, with my family and everything to save them. So trust me. So he's trying to gain Rain's trust. And in doing so, he'll mind gain Kimmie's trust as well. I'm picking up vibes like there might be a romantic relationship with them, but Kimmie as well is still not sure why her sister should be there because his family is very dangerous. And Horace agrees, saying that her sister has to go. So Kimmie's like, oh, she wants her sister to go to university, which makes a lot of sense. And Charles still goes to that same club. Charles is also in that club the same day, and even Roy goes to the club too. But Charles picks up a main stripper. You know, Charles was almost robbed in the first season, the part one of first season, and but it did not work out. And now one of the guys to saw him again, like, oh, let me try my luck again. So Charles takes him home, and he doesn't know that this guy has the intention of robbing him once again. And even though Varney came there to talk to him, telling him I love you and all, but he's not really buying that I love you. You cannot tell my family that you love me. What's the point of you just being together, or me telling you that I love you too, or whatever? That's the whole vibe from Charles with this whole Varney situation. So the next morning, this guy is coming to rob Charles, but his family, they always have guns everywhere. They're always ready for attack, and he ends up unaliving. Pew, pow. So unaliving these robbers. They had a getaway driver waiting, but he escaped. I don't know if he heard the sound. I doubt that he heard the sound of the gunshots, but he went away. But he shot these three guys inside the stripper too. So he tried to call his family, but nobody answered him. When I say try to call his family, I tried to call Roy, and because Horace already invited the entire family and the whole company for a meeting to greet their new COO, their new boss. And Roy's like, you better get to the meeting. But he's not really listening to his brother because Varney is not hearing him because he told him I love you and he's still sleeping around with strippers. So he's like, you keep using me. Why do I keep doing this shit? Why do I keep letting you do this shit to me? That's Varney's line whenever he sees Charles or whenever they have a conversation. That line must come. Anyway, back to the gist of the day. So while Kimmie is out, finally in episode 7, episode 8, she arrived in the company around episode 8 because Horace said she should take her time. And now Horace even wants to leave. Thanks to Kimmie's sister, Sylvie, who found one hospital that has like some remedy in Thailand and they have a branch in Italy. Horace like, okay, let me just give it a shot. In the hospital, the doctor was like, I showed you this before, but you said I would like to die in my own bed. And now he's like, oh, yeah, I want to leave. What does that even mean for Kimmie? And she's even like, okay, if he survives, what does that mean for me? If Horace survives this cancer, I don't know why Horace cannot just die. What is this drama that we're dragging on and on? Why is he going for treatment in Italy now? His situation looked like he's going to die like yesterday. But they're going to treat him now. Why can't Telaperi let him die? So we can see Kimmie really tussle and turn with and fight with this family. Is that not the point of him getting married to her? Why are we saying that there might be a loophole? I don't like that. But anyway, he told Kimmie that she needs to arrive there late because they don't like to wait. So she's like, okay, I'm coming. She took her sweet precious time. Before she headed out to the office, Bellarie even came to be like, oh, hi, mother-in-law. I'm Mrs. Bellarie. It's like, I'm Mrs. Bellarie too. I can't wait to see you in the office. Like, okay, yeah, get away from here, B. Go wait for me in the office. So she goes to the office, and when she arrives there, she takes her sweet precious time. Everybody's already fussing and huffing and puffing. Like, oh God, where is she? Olivia, Charles is not there. Roy, Mallory, Jules, everybody's like, okay, where is this woman? And while she's away, Rain and Angel are supposed to watch over Sylvie. I'm guessing Sylvie is supposed to be done with high school, but she's acting like a child, or not really. So she goes to the stable to look at the horses, and we find out that Jules has a son working for Horace, has a stable boy. He's in uni, but when he's on holiday, he comes to watch over the horses and take care of the horses for Horace. So Sylvie wants to ride, and then Angel is supposed to be watching over her, but Angel gets his card. He has to drive. He decides to drive a car. He even goes to see his baby mama, his very violent baby mama, but she's like, I heard you were dead, even though you came to try to get me the other day and you were very agitated. So where's all this money from? I don't want to see you. You cannot see Angel Jr. Get out of my house. So Angel is out shopping, and Sylvie is left alone in the stables with Glenn, who is the son of Jules. Rain went to go and sleep. Rain is just useless in this show, honestly. So When she woke up, she's like, "Oh, where's Sylvie?" Like the butler is like, "Oh, Madam Sylvie is in the van." And where's Angel? Angel's out shopping. And she's like, "Oh, God." She goes to the stables. I don't know why, if people are so secured in this house, why you will be forcing and you should be overlooking Sylvie. Maybe Sylvie is a thief or something, or someone wants to kidnap her, or there's a threat. Okay, yeah, she should be guarded. But I don't know what Rain can do. What, how, like, this compound is very secure and they're supposed to guard Sylvie, and also I don't know why somebody should be looking after her, but okay. So she gets to the stable, she hears sounds, and she thinks that Glenn is assaulting Sylvie when she gets there. So she picks a pitchfork and she's like, "Ugh, get away from her." The boy like, "Okay, wait, wait." And even Sylvie's like, "Wait, wait." She picks a pitchfork and like, "Ugh, get away, get away, get away." If you see the action, it was so bad. It was very horrible. I am not joking with you. It was so bad that I was like, what is this girl even acting? How is this even happen? And he falls off a balcony, hitting his head, and there's blood everywhere. And Sabre's like, I can't do this. He wasn't assaulting me. And she's like, what? I heard you. Like, he was not assaulting her. Rain thought he was assaulting Sylvie. So there's blood on the floor. She calls Alex to come and help her. But Alex is actually with Kimmie at the office, and Kimmie is trying to rub it in everybody's face that, oh, it's busted. And that's just the whole season. Like, not the whole season, like the first part of the season. Kimmie rub it in her face that, oh, I am the boss now. I am your boss. She calls Roy to come and show her to her office, and she's like, all the things you did to me, all the things you did to me. And Roy is standing there like, and Kimmie's like, I'm going to show you. I'm your stepmother now. I'm your step. This is ridiculous. And Kimmie's like, I'm your stepmother now. Always a B, always once a B, always a B. That's the vibe between both of them. Be face off. And Mallory comes in like, did I tell you to come in? Did I ask to come in? Now get out of my office. And Mallory's like, okay. Because Mallory hates Kimmie. But Kimmie doesn't know that Mallory actually hates her, or that Mallory is aware of what her relationship with her husband. And Mallory walks out, she's pissed, she even meets Jules. And then Olivia steps into the office and she's like, let's go for a meeting. And Kimmie's like, I'm in a meeting already. And Olivia's like, nah, Roy, get out. And Kimmie's like, no, I'm your boss, stay, get out, stay. And Roy decides to obey his mommy and leave the office. And Olivia gives her threat. And Kimmie laughs like, haha, my husband told me about this. Like, he was on point. Like, he didn't miss a line. I'm so impressed by how predictable you are. And Olivia's like, you don't know me, girl. I'm gonna show you. And Kimmie's like, no, girl, you can't show me shit. So Kimmie decides finally, okay, let's have to go and join them. Grace out her presence in the conference hall or in the conference room. And they have this meeting. She puts her earbuds on because Horace is supposed to be watching this entire meeting from his hospital bed in Italy. And she takes it out and then she shows them who's boss. She mentions the names of the shell accounts that his brother owns and Olivia owns, and they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. And then she's like, oh, we need to cut out the budget, we need to do this, we need to do this, we need to fix the lawsuit. And she just sounds really smart, like she really knows what she's talking about for this company and how to sort out their issues. And it seems like Olivia is responsible for the entire lawsuit that the company is facing. Yeah, basically. It seems like she's involved or she's in charge of it or she's the orchestrator of this thing happening. Well, we're not very certain. We're not certain. We're just speculating. Me and one of the characters are speculating that she's responsible for it. And when Kimmie is done, she calls Jules to her office and then he calls her Kimmie multiple times and she slaps him back. And they start threatening each other. Kimmie threatens his family and he's like, no, you will not threaten my kids. You will not threaten my family, girl. Okay? Because I have leverage over this family. In fact, this whole season or this whole first part of the season is like, I have leverage. And when you have leverage, you can do whatever you want to do. Okay? So it's like, I have leverage. So this family can do nothing to me. If I go down, this family goes down too. And Kim is like, let me call your wife. And she calls his wife and like, oh, I want to come over for dinner. I'm like, oh yeah. Not knowing that Rain already did a crime. Yeah. Because you try to solve one, you get into another one. Like when you have so many people around you, this is why Kimmie and Rain and her sister has to go to, Sylvie has to go, because too many people around you is too many responsibilities. You don't know who is doing this, you don't know who is doing that, and people are causing problems all over. People are causing problems. So she's like, okay, I hear you. Whatever, Jules, I'm the boss. She gets home, she's looking for Rain. She's told that Sylvie is sleeping. I don't know why Sylvie ran away when she saw blood and everything, and she did not think to call the police. Ray doesn't want to call the police. Like, how does that even make any sense? Or call an ambulance for this boy. She leaves this boy. Kimmie gets home. She and Alex like, okay, she drags the body to the side. There's blood trail on the floor. You're not even covering it up. If you even kill this person, you're not even trying to cover it up. And Alex like, okay, this guy is still alive. You can just say he fears. Like, no. So you want to kill him? Why? And then Kimmie walks in on this, and she's like, who is this? And she's like, I thought he was assaulted TV and I pushed him down. And that's not all, because Charles actually made it to the meeting and he was not trying to tell Varney that I needed your help and you did not answer me. He tried to talk to Jules, but he doesn't trust Jules. I think Charles is my favorite member of this family, of the Bellarie family, because in as much as he just seems very reckless and all, it's like if he wants to, he has sense. So he's like, oh, he doesn't really trust Jules. So he goes from, although what I saw him doing doesn't say that he has sense, he starts to dismember the bodies of these criminals who came to rob him, because the family's will is so tight that nobody can break it, or if you are a felon you lose all your wealth. He did not think it's smart that if people came to rob you, you should call the police. Like, oh, self-defense. If there were drugs in their apartment, this can be covered up by Jews. But it's like, when Varney caught him dismembering his body, they threw up and like, oh, I told you I needed you. And like, why did you not call the police? It's like, there are drugs in my system, there are drugs everywhere. What would they think? And I'm like, doesn't make sense. Varney's like, oh, I'm out of here. I don't want to know. I don't want to be here. And then, pow! A group of men, or in all black with their face, they're wearing these ski maxes, burst into his house, and they're like, police! Why would the police be wearing ski masks? I'm not sure. And that is where season 2, episode 8 ended, and that's the first part of the show ending. We're supposed to expect the second part of season 2 early next year. I will be waiting. I do not like this show, and I do not know why Tyler Perry made this show. He definitely has his target audience. Obviously, has his target audience for him to be writing shows like this. There must be a market for it. I know, because I've seen that Nigerians, this show it trends for a very long time. It's on the top 10 in Nigeria for a really long time. So tell me why you like Tyler Perry's Beauty in Black, please. Because in my opinion, this is not a solid show. It's just like all those mindless. It tries to be like all these soapy dramas, but not a good one. A lot of profanities, a lot of things happening in the show that do not make sense ideally. I bet you the amount of drugs or drug abuse, drugs taken in by these characters in the show, you are supposed to overdose and die. I'm not joking with you. Especially Roy, always sniffing and taking drugs is like every minute, every second of the day. He wakes up, he does that, he goes to his office, he's doing that every 5 minutes. It doesn't make any sense to me. A lot of things do not make sense in the show. But that's just me. That's just the whole gist of what happened in season 2, part 1 of Beauty in Black. Is it better than season 1? No. Is story tighter, is it well written now? No. Everything about the show is just. And I'm not even surprised that the show is not better. I'm just upset that Tyler Perry made us sit down for almost 8 hours. Let's say 7 hours, 13 minutes in total, one time, for nothing, for build up. And this is not build up that will make it, because best believe that when the second part comes out, there's really nothing to show for it. I expected that this show would be a show about corporate drama with family and everything, but that's not what the show is giving me. That's not what the show is giving me at all. And I said, okay, maybe to this season, and this part will give us something. I'm like, okay, yes, this is what I signed up for. But it took Kimmie a whole 8 episodes to even get to work. That doesn't make any sense. You are wasting our time, or my time. Some people, if you like it, it's your cup of tea, honest to God. Like what you like, love what you like. I don't like it. I don't like what I like. I don't like it. I like things that I enjoy, but it's just like a hate watch. I'm not even going to call it a comfort show or a guilty pleasure or whatever. No. Like what you like, my people. Gist me about it in the comments if you like this show. Tell me why. Tell me which part made you smile and kick your feet in this part, or what you are anticipating for the second. Because I'm guessing that it will be more about Jules' son healing and Horace coming back by the finale of the season, healed from cancer, miraculously, from cancer that has already spread all over his body that he's about to die from. But okay, Tyler Perry, it's your work. So I guess that would be the tussle now, covering up that thing. If the boy dies, I don't think he should die. I don't think he will die. But if he dies, how is Kimmie going to cover this up? Just tell me all your guesses down in the comments below, and I'll see you in my next video. I am currently watching a ton of shows, so you should anticipate my next video, which will be coming very, very soon. Tell me what you like. Do you like recaps like this, or will you like reviews, or do you like... Just tell me what you like and why you like Tyler Perry's Beauty in Black. My name, once again, is Enifome, and thank you so much for watching my video. If you got to this point, I love you. You're my bestie. You're my person. You're my people. So thank you very much for watching. Be kind in the comments to each other and to me. I love you.